In today's episode of the Sabang to Merauke journey, I set out on another solo adventure in my effort to explore all of the archipelago. So today, I ride into my 17th province, North Sulawesi, where 5 days of adventure awaits us. Now let me show you. We will visit the lovely family and village of the Indonesian singer Novia Bachmid. And in Lahendong, we will uncover the Earth's hidden power, where volcanic activity generates sustainable energy, sparks local innovation, protects the wildlife, and calls us to an active volcano.
Selamat pagi guys, it is 7:15 and it is another beautiful morning here in Indonesia. This morning I am leaving Gorontalo behind. Yes, I didn't spend so long in Gorontalo, but to be honest, that is because I believe there are more exciting things to see a little bit further ahead. So today we are actually driving into the 17th province on the Sabang sama Merauke journey. We're driving into North Sulawesi, and today we are driving to a city called Kotamobagu. It is 238 kilometers away, so quite a long day. And maybe you've noticed I've actually gotten a new helmet. Yep, thank you so much to Fifth Group for providing me with what is it called? LS2 MX 701. It's like a bit of an off-road touring helmet. Really nice, snug fit. It doesn't smell like goat like my last helmet did. Oh yeah, it is weekend today. I forgot. It is a Saturday it's a Sunday today. Wow, it is busy here. I love to see how popular it is to run in the morning here as well. It's not just in Jakarta the health and fitness trend has hit, also here in Gorontalo. That's amazing. So nice. Let's get this show on the road, guys. Ah, Garuda, my God, you sound so good. Yoo-hoo.
I then rode out to the coast, where I would ride alongside the Gulf of Tomini on my way to North Sulawesi. Here you can see the beautiful mountain ridges that rose from the earth millions of years ago through powerful eruptions and tectonic shifts. Because this area is located on the Ring of Fire, a massive belt of volcanoes and earthquake zones. And as I stopped for drone shots, Garuda was getting a lot of attention.
Motor saya namanya Garuda. Garuda Indonesia. Seperti ini ya.
It was a beautiful morning. The weather was perfect, and my new Honda Africa Twin was taking me from one stunning place to the next.
Oh guys, I am telling you, I'm making some stops today and it is just so ridiculously beautiful. I mean, this is just off the side of the road, and here we have just a small beach, a little bit of dead coral, you know, the waves coming in, palm trees swaying in the wind, grass. I mean, how good is this? This is crazy. Alright guys, it is 3 minutes past 11, and today is also a very special day because in exactly 900 meters we will be crossing into our 17th province on the Sabang sama Merauke journey. And here we go. Selamat jalan, goodbye Gorontalo, and welcome to the 17th province in the Sabang sama Merauke journey, North Sulawesi. Wow, we are here.
was meeting a lot of people who were interested to hear about my journey. And as it was lunchtime, I found a small and secluded place by the ocean. Alright guys, it is 20 minutes past 1. So today I'm gonna try something different. I'm actually gonna have some lunch instead of just having water. And before I started the camera, I prepared a little bit ahead because I went to Indomaret and I got a sausage to get some fat, some salt, and a little bit of meat. And I've gotten some mie goreng rasa ayam geprek. So basically, it's hot, so I don't want to eat hot noodles. So I've crunched it like this. I've taken the seasoning, put it in, and then I'm gonna eat it like this, like chips. And guys, another small travel tip, something I always bring when it's really, really hot, when I'm sweating a lot, is extra garam. If you sweat a lot of the salt that you have in your body comes out with your sweat. If you don't have enough salt in your body, then you will start to get headaches, you get muscle cramps, fatigue. So I actually just eat pure salt like this. You know you're missing salt when it tastes good eating pure like this. Otherwise, it normally won't taste that good, but this is so good. I'm wondering what you guys are having on your Sunday. Probably a bit more delicious stuff than this. But I definitely have the best view. I then thanked the kind locals for letting me park in front of their house, and I got back on the road. Because I still had another 120 kilometers to go. And these long days on the road, they can get a bit lonely. So if I ever need a bit of socializing, I can always stop at Pertamina.
Selamat sore Pak. Apa kabar? Baik? Baik. Ada beli satu gratis hari ini? Nggak ada. Oke.
Harganya berapa ini harganya?
Ini? Oh murah sekali. 25 juta. Kalau ada diskon dan bonus 25. Dari mana Pak? Dari rumah. Mantap.
Dua kali di Indonesia?
Ya. Sudah 3 kali.
Kali-kali?
Ya. Mereka mau belanja. Aduh. Ke Bapak tip. Ya.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, udah lancar bahasa Inggris ya? Thank you. Always good fun to stop at Pertamina. Mau foto? Oh, foto boleh. Satu foto 5.000.
Oh,
Iya.
tapi situ yang bayar sama saya.
Tapi beli satu gratis. Oke. Alright guys, so this afternoon I realized something quite cool and quite fun. So because of the new helmet, then many people think that I am police. Because the bike is blue and white and the helmet is blue and white as well. So many times today when I've passed people, they've done like this, wait. And I thought it was just a greeting because actually a lot of bikes, they come here to drive around in North Sulawesi. But then I stopped now here at Indomaret, and as I stopped, I had my visor down, and one man told to his kid, "Oh, look son, it's a policeman." So the kid did this, and I did the same. Yeah, it's good camouflage to be a white foreign police officer in Indonesia. Great day.
And after 10 hours on the road, I had finally arrived at my destination for the day, Kotamobagu. It's located in a valley surrounded by the mountains. And it was finally time to find my hotel and get a bit of rest.
Alright guys, it is 5:15 and we bloody made it before it got dark. Fantastic. I booked the biggest and was supposedly the best hotel here in this area. Whoa, I burned my hands. Ouch. I just need sleep, food, so I can be ready for tomorrow. But my God, it's been a good day.
I got the standard room at Hotel Sultan Raja for 570,000 rupiah, or roughly $35. And it was clean-ish. So I unpacked the most necessary, hung up my clothes, charged the batteries, always check the kettle for the morning coffee. All in all, a decent room for the night. Alright guys, it is 7:15 and it's been a long day. I finally received my room service, and you know, I've tried this so many times. After a full day of riding, coming to a hotel, you are starving, you're tired, your patience is phew, and you order something and teeny tiny portion arrives and you have to wait maybe an hour to get the next saliva lapar to get the next dish. So today I was like, you know what, I'm ordering 3 dishes. I ordered chicken in spices and chili and some sapi lada hitam, black pepper, and some ayam bakar with the richa. And then tomorrow we actually have a really interesting day. We are gonna visit someone very special's village here. Very unique village. And tomorrow, guys, I will update you what's gonna happen next, because I cannot focus. I can smell the food, so good night, guys. Oh, jeg er så sulten, mand.
Selamat pagi, guys. It is another beautiful morning here in Indonesia, and the view here from Kotamobagu is ridiculous. It's so beautiful with the rice fields and all the palm trees, the mountains. Oh, I've missed the mountain views. So I've slept amazing after that big meal and a bintang and a long drive yesterday. Anyway, today we're not driving that long, only around 50 kilometers, because today we're gonna visit a very special village. We're gonna visit the village of the famous Indonesian singer Novia Bachmid, because she told me, Chris, if you ever go to North Sulawesi, you have to come and visit my village. So, of course, I'll do that. So, let me get some food, let me pack up the gear, and let's get back on the road, guys. It's gonna be another beautiful day. Let's go. Alright, guys, status update. So, I thought it would be pretty much just straight and new roads all the way to this Nuangan area. But, yeah, we definitely left the city and we were going into the mountains to get to the beach. And, yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. Really narrow road, to the point where I have to honk the horn when going around corners, because if a car is oncoming fast, then yeah, we might have a problem. And yeah, already passed a small landslide, so yeah, it might only be 32 kilometers now, but this could take a while. Just hopefully there's not a landslide any place ahead of me, because this is the only road I think to get there. So if I can't get through here, then let's see, fingers crossed. But yeah, a lot of the places look like this. See where the side has come down. Oi. Interesting. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Safe to say, I was in good spirit as I headed deeper into the mountains. The roads were surprisingly good, just a tad narrow in some places, and without any safety rails. As a biker, I can say that these small turns and the steep roads are the most fun to ride. But as I headed down into the valley, so did the quality of the roads.
It is a little bit scary when the bike is this heavy, because then if you have to go a little bit slow, it's so difficult to keep control. Whew. Oh. I wonder if this is the way that, hello guys, if this is the way that Novia, she goes every time she wants to get to her kampung. I think this is the only way. I've made it to a small kampung here in the mountains. Oh no, wait. Whoa, the road stops here. Holy shit. Jesus. Hi. I can't go this way. There's no road. Where the schnitzel is the road? The road is gone. Looking at the map, this is the only way. Aye. Oh, shit. Never really nice to turn on a hill with a heavy bike. Don't want to fall here. Oh, Garuda, you are heavy. Jesus Christmas. Okay, well, hopefully we can find another way. Damn it. Oh, lewat sana? Ah, okay. Makasih ya. Ah, okay. There's another way. That is what they tried to signal me just before. Thank God. Whoa. Close. Are you kidding me? That is so steep. I will have no braking. Oh, I thought I had to follow those guys down there. That would have been a problem. Oi. Okay, we need a little bit of speed here. Oh, mud, slippery. Hopefully this is it, as bad as it gets. Oh, yeah, I need off-road tires. Oh my God. Novia, is this really the road to your kampung? My God. Oh, there is a high chance I'm gonna fall here. I will say that right away. Deep mud. Out with the boots. Gas. Ui, that did not sound nice. We got it. Well, this is actually the first bit of off-road I'm getting with Garuda. And yeah, let's just say it's a lot harder on a heavy bike. Oh my God, stress. Whew. Santai. Okay, yeah.
So after getting lost a few times and passing by some questionable roads, I finally made it to Nuangan.
Alright guys, I think we made it. Ah, there he is, the man with the hat. Novi said that would be a man with a hat. Hello, Pak. Assalamualaikum.
The man with the hat turned out to be Novia's father, Pa Naufal. So we quickly called Novia to tell her that I had arrived, as she unfortunately had a concert in Jakarta and couldn't join us.
So fun. I remember when I first met Novia 2 years ago, she was showing me on the maps, here is my house. Yeah, I know it's very far, but if you get to this place, then please visit my home. And yeah, here I am 2 years later. Alright, I think we're here. Yeah. Okay. Di sini oke?
Iya.
Oh, oke, makasih Pak.
Alright, guys, it is 1:30 and I've made it here to Novia's family's house. So we just had a little bit of lunch and talked a bit with her family. She has quite a big family, so her mother, father lives here, and her 3 sisters. And they're super sweet, all of them. They have even given me my own room. I'm not sure if it's Novia's room or if it's one of the sisters. I will have to ask, but big bed, I got plenty of space, even got an air condition, so that's perfect. So they have offered to take me on a small trip and see some of the local sites here around Nuangan. So let's grab the gear and let's go and explore the area with Novia's family. There are so many of Novia's family members that I am trying to remember who everyone is. There's a lot of sisters and sister.
Hello.
And
everybody.
Zizi, right?
Zizi.
Yes. Nazwa. Nira. Nazila, nice to meet you.
Mananu, Bella,
And Novia's youngest sister, right? Siapa namanya lagi?
Nur Zamila.
Zamila. Everyone wanted to come, but I couldn't understand how we would all fit in the car. But the girls, they made it work. Bisa? It is a little bit crowded here in the car because everybody wants to join, so it's really nice though. So I'm sitting here next to Novia's father, Pak Naval, and I'll be learning a lot about Novia's life at her house, even though she's not there. I feel like I'm on the exclusive fan tour, you know. I think Novia's mother just told the entire village that we're going to the beach and there's a foreigner joining. So while we tried the local snack, biapong, a bun with chocolate and coconut inside, Panaufal told me that when Novia was just a kid, there was a lot of things she had to give up in order to protect her voice. Jadi, waktu Mbak Novia masih kecil, dia boleh makan seperti kue dan...
Oh enggak, aku kasih.
Enggak kasih ya?
Aku jaga. Enggak boleh yang berlemak, ya kan? Enggak boleh berlemak. Yang pedas-pedas, yang pedas kan tahu?
Oh, pedas enggak boleh juga.
Yang merangsang juga enggak dikasih juga. Yang merangsang kayak minuman yang merangsang itu enggak dikasih. Begitu juga buah-buah nanas enggak boleh. Bisa merobek pita suara. Ya, ada beberapa buah yang enggak boleh dimakan karena bisa mempengaruhi suara. Itu dijaga betul itu.
Kalau seperti itu saya tidak bisa jadi superstar. Saya suka kue, pedas, nanas. So guys, by talking to Novia's father here, I can hear that it is not easy to become a superstar, good singer like Novia. She had to work hard for it, even when she was very young. Getting to our destination would require a bit of off-roading. And there is unfortunately one thing that we can never control when traveling, and that's the weather. But turning back because of a little rain is never an option. Alright guys, it is 2:30 and we've made it to our first stop, Pantai Batu Buaya. A really popular spot to come on the weekends. Normally they say Saturday, Sunday is full of people here. But today it's Monday and it's raining. But I can imagine it's a good place to be on the weekends because look at that. You can even go out on jet skis, banana boats. I think this is maybe one of the first places I've seen in Sulawesi where people go to the beach to hang out. Because usually it's too hot, but it's popular here in North Sulawesi. But like I just talked with Novia's father about is that we cannot control the weather. That's how it is. So it is the rainy season. So we wait. So what do you do when you're stuck on a beach with the Bachmid sisters? You make TikToks. Something I'm unfortunately terrible at. But once the rain had passed, we went to see the reason why they call this beach the Crocodile Beach. and it's located just a few minutes walk from the actual beach.
Ini kurang bagus untuk adventure karena kalau ada angin ini.
And this is why they call it the Crocodile Beach, because the way the stones are randomly aligned, it looks like a giant crocodile rests and protects the area. It's a great spot for taking some good photos. Unfortunately, the weather didn't get much better, but we enjoyed the view, and we then headed back for a home-cooked meal with a very entertaining guest. Because back at Novia Bachmid, they had cooked some of the local favorites for me to try. And the girl's auntie had come by for a chat, and she talks a lot. So I didn't understand half of what she said. And I've never been called Bang Chris so many times.
Halo guys, sekarang lagi makan guys. Chris tuh lebih masih tidak bener ngomong gitu. Bang Chris, kalau rame gini enak ya makanya kan sambil ngobrol-ngobrol. Kalau cuma sama dorang-dorang ini ya Allah ini cuma bapak diang, tuh nggak bikin bebek omongin musia au. Kalau terang ada begini rame kan? Iyalah.
I don't understand.
Bang Chris rasain dulu ini nih, goroho. Sama itu dicocol sama dabu-dabu. Duh enaknya. Bang Chris nggak terganggu ya? Makanya nggak terganggu toh? Bang Chris rasain dulu tuh gorohonya. Bang Chris tadi tidur. Bang Chris harus makan. Ambil aja kayak gitu. Iya, tidak apa-apa. Nah, gitu. Itu nyowot-nyowot gitu. Nyowot-nyowot gitu. Nyowot-nyowot gitu.
After dinner, they asked if I could show them one of my videos. So I showed them my video from Sampela. And as Novia was in Jakarta preparing to perform at Indonesian Idol, she hung out with us through video call.
Ayo belajar bahasa Inggris.
She'll often do this with her family if she's out on a job. It had been an incredible day in Nuangan with the lovely Bachmid family. And it was time to rest up and prepare for the next adventure that started very early the following day.
Selamat pagi guys. It is 4:59 and I've been up for the last 45 minutes showering, coffee, all that. And it's an early morning here at Casa Bachmid because we're going to see the sunrise in a special spot. So Novia's father and sisters, they're taking me this morning. So I'm a little bit tired, but we have so many exciting things happening these next couple of days, and today we will be continuing to the next place as well. So gotta get ready. So many good things to happen. So let's get on the road and let's go and check out the sunrise here at Nuangan. Guess.
We all headed up the mountain as the sun was rising to find the best possible view. And as I was still waking up, I asked the girls to help with the morning briefing.
Halo, good morning. Halo, selamat pagi semuanya.
Morning.
Morning.
Jadi kali ini kita
Ada di puncak Rata Uyu.
Iya.
Nanti di situ kelihatan ada sunrise-nya. Wow. Ini Kak Chris lagi siapin.
Selamat pagi guys.
Selamat pagi.
Chicken drone. Hopefully we can get some really good sunrise clips from here. So the trip coming up here was a lot of fun too. It was really steep and I had Papa on the back, so it was quite back heavy, but wow, the sun is coming up now. It looks amazing.
It's not that often I go to enjoy a good sunrise, but there's something so calming about it. I always end up thinking that it would have been even better had I brought a cup of coffee.
I think Garuda is really enjoying all of the attention here. As the girls, they take photo shoot on Garuda. So here in Nuangan, they have their own dialect, bahasa Nuangan, ya?
Ya, Nuangan. Apa tuh Nuangan?
Nuangan. Makan?
We then headed back down the mountain to find some breakfast. And the view was even better going down. One of the things I love about these village visits is that it's so calm. No overflow of tourists, foreign or local. It feels a bit like going back in time. There isn't a lot of restaurant options here, but there is one small cafe. Here you simply take a seat and you'll be served what's called nasi kuning.
Makan time.
It's rice cooked with coconut milk and turmeric. There's fried crackers, noodles, fermented soybeans, and you can add a boiled egg, a piece of fried tofu, a bit of crushed chilies, and sweet soy sauce for a total of 10,000 rupiah or roughly 60 US cent. It's an interesting mix, but surprisingly delicious. And the bypassing taxi provides the tunes.
Itu taksi.
But before continuing my trip, there was one more thing I simply had to try in Nuangan.
Jadi ini Kak Chris mau naik roda sapi.
So apparently, Novia told me that one of her favorite things to do when she's at home is to ride on a cow, and that is a little bit unusual. So now we have to see what this cow taxi is all about. So let's go and meet the roda. Selamat pagi, guys.
A few of the local kids, they wanted to join as well, so we got on the wagon.
Jadi Bapak pakai ini untuk apa, jalan-jalan saja?
Ngangkat, kita bisa ngangkat kopra, kelapa, iya, pasir, batu, dan banyak lagi. Suka jalan juga, bisa juga pakai ini.
The seating position is slightly better on Garuda, but the experience is also quite different. And it seemed like the boys were having a great time as well.
Mandi dulu.
Oh, mau mandi? Boleh.
Halo, tadi wow.
And while the boys they showered for the day, Panalfa, he took care of the cows. And we then went on a little joyride, cruising around town.
Okay guys, it is 10:45 and it is time to get back on the road. It has been an amazing stay here with the Bachmid family. But now, let's go to Lahendong.
Ya, yang pertama di Bonjeng sini apa ya?
Ya pertama, ya Bapak yang pertama coba bunting ya. Thank you so much. Bye guys. Bye. Ya, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum. Oh, wonderful people. Just amazing people. This is what I love about motorcycle traveling. You know, we can go to so many unique destinations. We can unpack our things, pack our things back on the bike in just one day and continue the journey. Amazing. Nuangan definitely did not disappoint. Amazing place. Amazing people.
I could definitely feel that I'd been up since 4:15. But I luckily only had 3.5 hours to Tomohon if I didn't get any rain. So yeah, 4.5 hours later, the rain eventually stopped after I had arrived in Tomohon. The city of Tomohon, also known as the Flower City, because the soil is incredibly fertile in this area. Located around 700 to 900 meters above sea level, the weather is nice and cool here. And I had found an amazing place called La Nosa Guest House, where I had a small wooden villa with a beautiful garden out front. And there I had a quick meeting as I planned for a very special activity the following day.
Alright guys, it is 5:30 and it's been a long day. Been tired today, a lot of riding in the rain, but yeah, arriving at this place just made up for that long ride in the rain. It's so beautiful here. I have the view of Gunung Lokon here from my homestay, and it's like a mini Bali. It's so calm, so relaxing. Really pleasantly surprised with this place. The plan is that there is no more plan today. I want to get to bed early, rest up, because tomorrow we have a long program. Tomorrow we will learn a lot about all of that volcanic activity that is in this area and how it benefits the entire area of Tomohon. So tomorrow's gonna be a good day, but now I'm gonna rest up and I will see you guys. Beso. Good night, guys. Selamat pagi, guys. It is 7 o'clock here in Tomohon and it is a beautiful morning. So I'm actually heading out front now to meet with the team from Pertamina's Geothermal Energy Power Plant, because here in North Sulawesi they have found a way to produce clean and renewable energy. There's no burning of fossil fuels, and today, where there's so much focus on protecting the environment, I thought let's go and check that out and learn about how they provide clean energy for this part of North Sulawesi. Let's go and meet the team.
I then met up with Agnur and Navi from Pertamina's Geothermal Energy team. I've been wanting to visit their PKE Lahendong facility for more than a year, because geothermal energy doesn't get as much attention as solar and wind, but it's a powerful source of clean energy, especially in a country like Indonesia. It is a rather complex process, but once you understand it, it's fascinating. So I'll try my best to explain how it all works. But first, we had to do a small wardrobe change, and then we met up with Firman and Abdul, who would be taking us on the grand tour.
Selamat pagi, guys.
Selamat pagi.
Salam kenal, saya Chris.
Salam kenal.
Nice to meet you, Abdul.
Let's go and check it out.
Okay, guys.
So guys, because we are walking around a power plant today, I had to wear the official uniform here, so
Keep safety.
keep safety.
Number one.
Official stuff, yeah? Keren. Alright.
Our first step is to understand how this differs from, for example, burning fossil fuels like coal. At a coal power plant, coal is burned to heat water in order to produce steam and pressure that can drive a generator. But with geothermal energy, the burning process is avoided. Instead, it uses reservoirs of hot water and steam that naturally exist deep underground.
Wow, so guys, this is all steam that's coming from 2 to 3 kilometers down beneath us, and it is super hot. Not smoke, steam. Very different.
And similar to a hot spring, there are small amounts of hydrogen sulfide in the steam, so it smells like rotten eggs. And we then stepped over to the wells, where the steam comes from. And here is Pa Firman to explain how it works.
Those 5 production wells we have here, we need to drill down into the Earth's underground reservoir to lift up the steam and hot water from underground. It's really hot down there. Maybe 300 degrees Celsius or more, because scientifically, when you have such a high temperature, you have high pressure. So the steam comes naturally up to the surface. The pressure itself, we have a range from 8 bar to up to 16 bars. So we need the wellhead that we put above the surface to keep the pressure. Because we only need the dry steam, but from the reservoir, the fluid contains dry steam and hot water. So we need to separate between the dry steam and the hot water. The dry steam goes into the power plant, the hot water will go to the reinjection wells and goes down to the underground. In a few years later, the hot water will vaporize again and turns into the steam. That's all how it works.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So guys, I just wanted to make a clip to show how big these bolts are. I did like this. Firman, can I just touch the bolt? And he said, no. And actually, as I put my hand close here, I can feel it is super hot.
It's about 180 degrees Celsius.
180 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, it's really hot.
So good that I didn't touch it, yeah?
Yes, you should not touch it.
And this is why you bring a safety team, so you don't do stupid stuff like this.
Yes, right.
Once the steam has been separated from the water, it goes into what's called a scrubber. The scrubber removes any unwanted gases and particles that may have come up from the ground, and it sends the steam through these big tubes directly to the turbine.
Okay, so this is the steam turbine. When the dry steam comes in after the scrubber, it goes right to the turbine to spin the turbine. The turbine is connected to the generator, and then the generator produces electricity.
But nothing is wasted here, because after the steam has spun the turbine, it's sent into the condenser, where it's cooled back into water. And that water then goes into the cooling tower, and is used once again to cool down all the equipment they use here. And finally, after the generator produces electricity, a transformer increases the voltage to 150,000 volts, so it can travel long distances more efficiently. It then goes into the switchyard, where the electricity is sent to the national grid and sold to PLN, powering around 30% of homes and businesses in North Sulawesi and Gorontalo. To get the same 120 megawatts from coal, you would need to burn over 1,000 tons of coal every single day.
But
Yeah.
it's expensive, no?
It's very expensive, but the more expensive one is the exploration cost. Yes.
All right.
It
To
really
find
costs a lot.
the place to drill, to make the wells.
Yes. Drilling cost, it's actually massive. It costs maybe $5 to maybe up to $10 million per well.
Per well.
Yeah.
Hey! 5 to 10 million
Yeah.
per well.
Yes, right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The cost of clean energy is high, but
It's very high.
it's clean.
It's clean. Terima kasih.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Abdullah.
It's important to note that geothermal energy can't just be produced anywhere. It only works in specific locations around the world. But luckily, Indonesia happens to be the second most geothermal rich country on Earth. But generating electricity isn't the only way PGE Lahendong uses the steam. So I set out to meet a guy who produces a widely known Indonesian product, but without having to cut down thousands of trees in the process.
My name is Reno. I came from Jakarta to Tomohon since 2021. So I've been here almost 4 years now.
Time flies here, right?
Flies. Well, yeah, I was 3 years.
Reno makes some of the world's most sustainable arenga sugar, and it comes from the arenga palm tree, also known as gula aren. It's widely used for desserts, snacks, coffee, and much more. And Reno has the capacity to produce 1 ton of sugar per day. So for his production, he uses the steam instead of burning tons of firewood, which is the most common method of making arenga sugar.
For example, from the data that we collect from our farmers, at least 10 to 20 kilograms of firewood needed to make 1 kilogram of sugar. So that's a lot of firewood, that's a lot of forest to be cut just to make a sugar.
The sugary liquid is extracted from the arenga fruit, and it must then go into the evaporator before they can cook it into crystallized sugar. So Reno took me into what looked like a Colombian kitchen, because here they receive the arenga juice from the evaporator, and they use the heat from the steam coming through the pipes to cook the sugar until the water is less than 2%. And once cooked, it needs to go into a specialized dryer, and voila, it's ready to be tested.
Fun fact. I can just eat it like this, yeah? That's good stuff. Manis.
Yeah, sugar.
Sweet sugar. Who would have known?
It's innovative yet challenging, because Mazareno tells me that a stable supply of arenga isn't easy to get. Arenga juice is also used to make the local moonshine chaptikus. So when demand for it spikes, farmers stop selling to Reno and they make moonshine instead. But moonshine demand is unstable, Reno's isn't. So how do you convince farmers to choose long-term stability over quick and risky cash?
It's hard to convince the farmers. That's the main challenge here.
Semangat ya, semangat.
Terus semangat.
Alright.
It's always fun visiting a manufacturing business, especially when you're learning from someone as experienced and passionate as Reno.
Pleasure to meet you.
And before ending the day and preparing to summit yet another mountain, we made a quick stop to visit Pasoni. Because Pasoni is the caretaker of the Black Crested Macaques Rehabilitation Center, a project supported by PGE Lahendong. They are also known as the Monyet Yaki. They are a threatened species, as they are often captured and sold here in North Sulawesi. And as we share 93 to 95% DNA with them, we wear masks to protect them, not us. And they have a distinctive feature that makes them the coolest looking monkeys on Earth.
So this is actually the very first time that I'm seeing the Celebes Crested Macaque. And they look so cool because they have this cool hair, almost like they styled it with pomade. And they are unfortunately a critically endangered species. There are only supposedly a couple of thousands left in Sulawesi. And they are endemic to Sulawesi. They only naturally occur in Sulawesi, but they're unfortunately still getting less and less because some locals still like to eat them. But that is good that we have a place like this and a project like this supported by PGE Lahendong to protect the macaques and to help to rehabilitate them into the nature. So.
They will stay here for 1 to 3 years, because many have been brought here from the captivity of locals, so they are used to humans. And it takes time for the monkeys to be a part of a group again and become afraid of humans once again. Otherwise, the monkeys will go straight back to humans once released to look for food. It had been an incredibly insightful day, and I had learned so many new things. But it was time to rest up and get ready for Mount Lokon.
Selamat pagi, guys. It is 5 minutes to 3 here in Tomohon, and this morning we're gonna be hiking Gunung Lokon. Now I'm gonna have a portion of rice and an omelette that I had the homestay made for me last night. I kept in the fridge, and actually I've invited one of my subscribers from Manado, a guy called Kevin, to join us as well. Let's get to it, guys, and let's go and hike Gunung Lokon. Guys. Selamat pagi, Kevin.
I then met up with Kevin, who had come all the way from Manado, and we were then picked up by Aknur, Navi, and Res from the PGE Lahendong team. We then set course for the base camp, where we met up with Kevin's friend Cliff and Fades. We made a quick prayer, and then we were ready to go.
Ya, selamat pagi.
Pagi! Okay, guys, it is 4:15 and we are ready to start hiking up the mountain. So online it says it can take anything from 2 hours to 5 hours. My friends here, they're saying it's gonna take 30 minutes to the crater and then maybe 2-3 hours to the top. We will find out. Let's get started and let's go. Yes! Siap, 8, 6. Siap. Yes. Okay. Alright guys, 4:45 and it's actually not too hard yet, but it's very different because we are only climbing on rock. It's solid rock we're walking on, so it's quite slippery because it was raining so much last night. So but it's nice to be out in the nature. It's a little bit cool. Just wearing my t-shirt, and my Garmin watch is saying that we are at 1,045 meters. But I'm always reminded, like, why do we get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to walk up a mountain? You know, you're tired, you want to sleep, you want your coffee, but later when we get to the top, it'll be all worth it. So let's go. Wow, guys, we can see all the way to the ocean from here. We can even see Bunaken, yeah, out there. It's quite steep here already. And we have that cool view of the Kawa, apa Kawa? Crater, yeah? Yeah, of the crater. Lupa. Gimana?
5 menit lagi.
5 menit lagi. Nah, apa itu?
Up until the crater, the hike is rather beginner friendly. But from the crater to the top, it gets quite a bit more challenging. Because there's a lot of loose rocks, and it gets a lot more steep. Navi decided to stay at the crater. She had attempted once before, without success, but she didn't feel too confident today. It's so easy to forget how dangerous hiking up a mountain can be. So it's important to trust your instincts. And you should always hike with friends and be realistic about your own capabilities. We then met a group of young seminarians, students, training to become Catholic priests.
Selamat pagi dari gunung. Selamat pagi, Lokon. Selamat pagi, guys.
It's quite often that I meet people on my trips who don't know who I am. But if I mention that I made the video about building bridges in Wakatobi, they usually know. And as the sun started to rise, the view only got better and better.
It has been a while since I've been out hiking. I can feel it. I always forget how hard it is. There's so many clouds, but you know, there's no such thing as the perfect trip. We can never plan the weather. So whether it's raining, thunder, we go. And we meet some kind people along the way who are happy that they can join us. Masih kuat, semangat. Mungkin nanti harus beli sepatu baru ya untuk hiking.
Siap.
Agak licin kalau pakai sandal ya.
Pengalaman pertama yang paling ekstrim dan nekat.
Betul. Thank God. When you get close to the top, there's a bit of flat piece here. Or as the guys like to call it, bonus.
This is one of the smaller mountains I've climbed, as it's only 1,580 meters high. But it's still a great challenge for most hikers. We unfortunately ran into what we here in Indonesia call a closed top. Because have you ever noticed how a single cloud can sit perfectly on top of a mountain, even when the rest of the sky is crystal clear? It's not drifting there by chance. The mountain is actually making the cloud, because when moist air is pushed towards the slopes, it has nowhere to go but up. And as it climbs, the air cools and the moisture turns into millions of tiny droplets, gathering into a cloud that hugs the peak. So once we got to the top, we were inside the cloud of the mountain. We could have rescheduled, but then we would have missed something truly unique about to happen.
And you know what is really nice when you get to the top of a mountain? Is when your friend brings Snickers. Amazing. Just tastes better on top of a mountain.
We unfortunately noticed that there was a lot of trash laying around. But luckily, our MVP Agnur had brought trash bags. So together with the young seminarians, we picked up as much as we could carry.
Oke, teman-teman, ketika kita di gunung, jangan tinggalkan sampah, tapi kita tinggalkan jejak aja. Jangan mengambil apa-apa kecuali mengambil gambar, oke? Mantap.
And then came the best surprise of the day. Because as we were taking our peak photo, Navi had decided to face her fears and join us at the top.
Tadi tidak usah sih.
Thank you, Fades. Mantap.
Masih kuat.
Masih kuat.
Atau
Harus foto.
harus foto.
Harus foto.
And just as I thought, this was the perfect ending. The seminarians pulled out a guitar.
Indonesia tanah air beta pusaka abadi dan jaya. Indonesia sejak dulu kala tetapi puja-puja bangsa. Di sana tempat lahir beta, dibuat dibesarkan bunda, tempat berlindung di hari tua, sampai akhir menutup mata. Indonesia tanah air beta pusaka abadi dan jaya. Indonesia sejak dulu kala tetapi puja-puja Sampai air menutup mata.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And special thank you to all the lovely people who made this video possible. Terima kasih.
Sayang, sayang, si pato.